in ID. Look at Coach Right though, immediate ban towards Novaria and also Borat at the same time. That is a lot of comfort heroes being banned out for BTR. On the other side, K-Dot still staying with that red side Freya and plus Paquito as well. So they respect the flex for the Paquito.
Gotta respect the flex indeed. And Paquito, we saw what, even though, you know, Keven did not win with the Paquito.
Yep.
We saw what Paquito could do in the early game. Getting the tempo, getting the aggressiveness. Granted that Keven didn't get the game, but yeah, Paquito is still very prio. Now, Dewa, do they want the Hirara? Do they want the Melissa? Will they leave both open? They will leave both open. Asking the question towards BTR, they ban out the Fanny.
Fair. I think blue side Fanny ban makes a lot more sense than red side right now, right? Because the first pick doesn't really fit the Fanny right now. It's broken, but not in that way where you can just pick it up. There are so many counters to it still.
Or is it just team sensitive?
I think it's obviously team sensitive, right? Like you have to have a Fanny user as well, but in most cases, even if it's ONIC Bigatron, I think it'll be it makes more sense for the Fanny to be banned out by blue side. Anyways, back to the bans here. It's interesting that the Marcel has been ignored. Even earlier when it was, you know, open, nobody picked it up in the first phase. Instead, we saw the Melissa. Here, Paquito, Freya already taken out of the fray. They pan out the Melissa. They open it up. The Hirara up for grabs for Dewa United. So they just first pick it here.
Yeah, and usually when you have the Hirara, the only jungle that can match your tempo is probably Paquito, and there's no Paquito in the for BTR currently.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be it's gonna pose a question on what hero will Lyle play.
Yeah,
I think they go Eudora Belric here.
The Eudora makes a lot of sense. If they want to delay,
It's a bit too normal, no?
well, they can delay it, but
I don't know, I feel like there's gotta be some kind of curveball here. I do agree that Belric and Eudora is probably the most optimal.
Belric and what? EXP laner?
Oh, Atlas is still open too.
Atlas is still open, you're right. I think BTR taking their time here.
Oh, if the Atlas opens, sorry, Valentina then. Valentina Belric. Or Valentina Atlas, whichever they want less or more.
Huh? Uranus.
This has to be with Valentina, right?
Selena
They're
Marino.
crazy. They are so full of themselves, I'll be honest with you. Dude, like you don't go for the easy route, you go for the hardest possible road. It's Uranus, Selena, and Dewa are building for the Hirara, so it makes more sense, right? They're just trying to enable the Hirara as much as possible with the Alice as well, trying to match the tempo. But this Uranus Selena means it's kind of locked into a Nolan. There's no way you don't go for a fast clearing jungle now, right?
Is it worth for the red 3? I feel like it is, but at the same time, Belric is still very much value for BTR.
If they wanted Belric, they should have picked it up the first two. Because right now, if they go Belric, it's like, what are you going to pick for the jungle later on to capitalize on the tempo of Uranus Selena?
I wonder
Will be banned the second phase if they don't like pick up the jungler here.
They are so confident. Like, seriously, so confident to go for the Uranus Selena when so many prio picks are open.
Selena is such a 50-50 here.
Yeah.
You don't get the early tempo. It's so hard to come back with the Selena on your mid.
They have to go for Nolan. If you open up with Uranus Selena, there is no chance that you go for anything else.
Oh man, I don't know.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. They're full of themselves. They know they're good, and they're trying to just bank on that.
Right now for Dewa United, they can exhaust the gold lane if they want to secure a better lane for the Cloud. I don't think that's necessary though, unless you want to ban the Brody just for kind of like slow down the tempo for BTR, because if you pick the Brody here, like there's a lot of winning lane they can use. They can abuse it early game, especially with the Selena as well.
Yeah. I think was it a mistake to go Alice instead of the Esmeralda? Because how does this matchup play out? Like, do you get more tempo on Uranus or Alice? Because Esme can cook the Uranus, right?
It's a non-lane most of the time.
But who clears faster?
And yeah, I think Uranus has a bit more leeway for them to cut the lane. And you have the built-in healing as well. Meanwhile, Alice has to stack up the stacks first to get that healing. And it's not really built in. You have to have some kind of minions or heroes beside you to heal up. So I think the matchup still favors Uranus in lane, but obviously Alice is picked here because the teamfight potential. I don't know, how will they elevate it though?
Yeah.
that, and it has been Ken's signature hero as well, right? He's really confident in this Alice. Made multiple highlight reels last week on this Alice as well, so I think they're low-key banking on that to happen again. But yeah, with the Lunox ban, yeah, it's very Octa-ish, but yeah, there you go, the Atlas off the board now.
Yeah. I think this means they want to still go for the Belleric. I think it's still very, very safe to pick up the Belleric here. If they want full crazy, they go for the Mathilda, because right now they need the mobility.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
To get away from the Alice, to get away from the Claude. Again, we kind of mentioned this as well before, right? The Alice, the Claude, classic Dewa United, they love those AoE team fighting tools. A stun, rather immobilization into the Blazing Duet.
Dude, I'm actually really surprised that the Mathilda is not prioed by BTR. Like,
they'll pick it up here.
Their back is really deep, bro.
Oh. Yeah, that's why I'm saying they're full of they're so confident that they'll be able to pick up some of these picks later on, because they're just too much to ban, right? Like, it makes sense for you to ban the Moskov and the Mia. It's crazy to see, but it makes sense. They've won championships with these picks, with the Mia as well, Gani. The Moskov against ONIC, if you remember, 4-1.
Wow.
In case you
I
forgot.
have to recall that memory, but first pick on the second phase,
Mathilda.
Mathilda.
Yeah. These are my drafts, bro. I got it from them, honestly. Like, they're so good at playing it, dude. They're so good at playing it. If it's not Mathilda, what would it be? Belleric, if they want it.
Perspectives expose the same.
Wow. Marcel.
That kind of works too, no?
It works, but like, this is even more execution-based now. Because
yeah,
Nolan Selena can still get caught pretty easily by the Alice and burst it down without healing.
They're playing with the ceiling, man.
That's crazy. Again, Bigatron, that's crazy, bro. Like, this is just pure ego, I feel. It's not that it's like pure ego and it's bad. It's pure ego, it's good if you can make it work, is what I'm saying.
So I think if they want to go for just a full-on defensive mode, this should be a Belleric for Itoshi Kez. But the question is, not Ken, Octa though. Like, what is good in this kind of position, bro? Like, there's... Do you want to go fall back to something that... A signature? No, it's going to be Eudora.
We expected those two to be the first two picks of Bigatron, and it's the last two picks for Dewa United. I love that they're keeping it simple, though. Again, if you're looking at comp, this should be Dewa that wins it out. They have the team fighting capabilities. They have a way to bypass everything from the front, right? Like, they can just go straight on the Nolan Selena with the Claude, with the Belleric, with the Alice, hell, even with the Hirara. Bigatron need a snowball at the start of the game. That's what they need. They need to play it perfect from the start of the game.
Yeah. Again, definitely harder if you're on a Selena and your team doesn't get the early game. Especially your EXP is not the set control, you know, not the playmaker per se with the Urena. So definitely smaller window here for BTR if you want to secure game one. It's probable, but it's smaller.
Damn, they're great. Against a Belleric, Alice, Claude, and Eudora, you pick up the Brody. I have no words. This should not work.
They're bold. They're bold.
If you're not perfect, it will not work.
I think the MVP is either going to be Finn or Moreno. Because they're going to be the one that's holding up the tempo in the early game. They're trying to dictate how Dewa United is going to play.
This is the type of greed that you would read in the Bible, bro. These are biblical levels of greed.
All right. Oh, we went on a full glaze mode right there. I feel like we got caught up by Mirko.
No, I mean, I'm literally complaining because, like, on paper, this is a loss, folks.
And let's go take a look at the lineup rating, though. It looks like lineup rating disagrees,
perfect.
but most of the time, it always disagrees with us for some reason. And Shogun still rocking that vengeance. Interesting, despite... Usually, I see vengeance on a Uranus against the Barats, but I guess it's a way for you to prevent the burst. But we'll see, though. BTR versus Dewa United will end the first day of Week 2 of MPL ID Season 18. BTR still undefeated after one match. Meanwhile, Dewa United still looking for the first victory.
Definitely two sides of the coin here if we're talking about these two teams. And let's see here now, draft-wise, again, right, if we're talking about our early game, BTR got in the bag, but can they do it against Dewa United?
See, I don't even think the early game is guaranteed. Because it still requires a crazy level of execution to make this work. You need to ran those Abyssal Arrows. You need Nile to outpass Kane, which is already happening. They also got the Lethal Wanderer. So far, they've done a good job. But remember, the Eudora, oh god, that's a flicker.
Uh-oh, Octa now in a very vulnerable position. Nile, level 2, diving under turret, still able to get out, but that's already like a small risk that he's taking.
I think the idea is not to kill the Eudora there, just start trying to exhaust the flicker, but didn't manage to do it. But meanwhile, Eman against maybe, it looks like, in terms of health, Eman is still winning it out after the heal here, as we're going to take a look at the emblem here.
Yeah.
Oh, pull yourself together for Brody, Milko.
He knows there's going to be a lot of action in this game, and he knows that he'll need the flicker as much as possible against so many of these setting tools that Dewa have picked up for themselves around these team fights. Kin's done a good job now in the bottom lane, but Eman, yeah, constant bully. The arrow from Moreno. If it lands, this is a flicker Claude.
Oh, he's actually recalling. Wow. I'm surprised at that. I guess you want to play as safely as possible.
Yeah.
I think it's a call by Eman. He wants to keep his lane in that position. He doesn't want to try to dive. He doesn't want to ruin the lane here. He wants to keep on bullying Claude.
Dewa is on the turtle. Finn now, scouting, providing information. Shogun is in the area as well, providing also damage there. Now Nile looks for an angle. That's a stun, a big one. Kane will get the retribution. Now Nile falls. Finn very low now, escaping with the Cyclone Eye, but Dewa United, they got the turtle, and here it is, ladies and gentlemen. I believe this is the second pause this season. But after that turtle take, bro.
That's why.
Yeah, wow, it seems like the weakness is kind of exposed. Like, you can't really play it super honestly when you're a BTR, right?
That's why. Because, again, you need to play it more than perfect. This draft is the highest of execution, dude. Especially against an Alice Beleric. Even the early game's not guaranteed. You saw that earlier. The Eudora was able to flicker in, skill to the Nolan, and that's it. That's all that she wrote. Selena rotating up top. Just one bad mistake. Gone. Neutral objective.
Nada.
That's why I'm saying this on paper should not be winnable for Bigatron just because of that. Even when it comes to just composition base, right? They don't have late game, dude. It's all early to mid. They need the snowball. Yeah. Claude can farm. Hirara can play later and will win against the Nolan.
Yep.
I'm not really a fan of the decision of Nile going for Fury Hammer first instead of just finishing the boots. I guess you want to elevate the damage, but damage it, but at the same time, you're up against Alice, Eudora, and Beleric. That's a lot of CC, that's a lot of early magic damage.
Yeah.
I feel like boots would help him a lot and might be able to survive a single point-click burst Eudora.
Yeah, definitely exposed on that turtle take as well, right? Easy stun by the Eudora, easy take down as well, and very ideal early game for Dewa United.
Shout out to Itoshi Kesu though for good housekeeping there. I think the fact that he was able to spot out Nile just made the team fight much easier for literally everyone at Dewa United, especially Octa. They're not short of support, Mirko. Yeah.
It's very, very difficult to play this game if you're the Nolan as well. Again, there's just so many catch tools, and you can't really ignore these roamers either. That's why I thought the Beleric or Mathilda would be chosen, right? So at least you'll have a way to just go in with the safe haven of a guiding win, or the Beleric will be the one opening it up. So Finn will have more ways, I guess, to open up for the team compared to the Marcel. Now they have to just
rely on Shogun.
They have to, but even then, it's a Vengeance Uranus, so you can't really just stick on your opponents. Very easy peel for the Beleric, for Kesu. And that's what we saw, right? He was able to get the taunt, boom, you're done. I'm not a fan of the Vengeance on Uranus here.
And by the way, this Vengeance Uranus only works if you are winning the early game.
Exactly, that's why. It's so... They're full of themselves, bro. Like, seriously, the draft literally... It almost seems like they're like, we're better, dude. Just give us our signature picks.
They're not on it, though.
They're...
I mean, to be fair, last season they were...
second place, you're right.
To be fair, they were kinda like this at an early game or like early
last
season.
Week?
No, like season 17. They were experimenting a lot.
That's true.
And a lot of people are doubting them. Like, is this even an experiment at this point? Like, you are doing really, really bad to the point where they are in, I think in one specific week was the worst performing team.
Oh, I think for me, last season, it was more of the players trolling. A lot of times. But yes, there were a lot of cases where we also doubted the drafts for Theo Nile. 1. 2, a lot of times the drafts are good and the players don't do well last season in the regular season. So it wasn't just experiments in the draft. Here, I think it's more of a just they wanted to go for these picks type of deal. So again, wishful thinking would be they are experimenting. They're trying to figure out what the meta is or how good they are in the regular season. They might be hiding some strats, but even then, I'm like, why? Because meta's going to change before playoffs, I think.
Well, the thing is, I think we would be saying a different thing if it was ONIC.
Oh, yeah. But that's because ONIC have won like 8 MPLs.
Yeah.
They're trying to have only won 1.
Thank you.
God damn it.
So maybe right now their mindset is kind of like ONIC, you know?
I
You
hope
can't
so.
really blame
I
them,
hope
right?
so. I
You
hope
can't really
so.
blame
I
them.
hope that's what they're thinking. I hope they're thinking regular season, not really important. Just get some experimental games in, learn, you know. Maybe. I hope.
I mean, she's praying for Dewa United.
Yeah, I can hear you, Chef. And performative is what you're saying.
Dude, what are you talking about? I didn't say that.
No, we're talking about the performative Bigatron.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're picking Uranus, Selena, right?
Yeah. You're right. Oh
What did
my
you
God.
think I was saying?
No, I'm just saying, bro. Like I usually you move in ways that I didn't expect. But apparently, we are about to be ready to jump into the game. But by the way, guys, shout out to all of you guys out there. I think ever since I casted season 18, not a single time I heard CITV.
CITB.
There you go.
Cheffin's in the
That's actually a record, by the way. We
But-
went through a whole week without
Yeah,
hearing that.
you know why? Because we don't... That's Mal's girlfriend, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we can't just... Oh, we're back in the game. I thought we were going to casters.
No.
We can stand up. Chefin. Yeah.
Starting up.
The first turtle went to Dewa United top lane though. And Mon got the full shield gold turret there. So BTR, they got compensation for that turtle loss.
Yep. That's a lot. I didn't expect him to get that much value up top. And maybe that's why he decided against the dive on the Claude. Because he knows that he'll just continue to bully this lane as long as he's able to have those minions stay in the middle. Look, again, every time maybe walks up, he gets punished hard for it. And maybe has warrior boots. Eman's doing this through it because he has a Heptases already. Oh my God.
Yeah, like if they want to trade blows, oh, okay, that's a purify. If they want to trade blows, even if maybe has the warrior boots, I think Eman still somehow wins that one. Or that's like the matchup, man. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Now the second turtle, will it be the same for Dewa United? Because
I don't think so.
so far right now, BTR has the control over the river.
Yeah. And the Selena's in place. Nile doesn't want to take... What's the call here? He goes for the purple buff, so they're not using his tempo at all. But take a look at that. And Man's walking over. I think they want a 5v5.
Rhino. Got some vision there. Did not get Oxa.
The arrow doesn't land. Itoshi Kesu is... Oh, that's a flicker taunt as well. Wrath at the Dryad, locking him on down. That's going to be the priority, seems like. But now finds a roamer. Golden Hour finds 3 members here. BTR will not deliver the damage just yet, but BTR, great retaliation there. It's a roamer for a goal.
I like that from BTR. It doesn't feel like they're in damage control mode after one of them got bursted down. They know they have the advantage because the resources was burned for a single guy.
Yeah, Pain wasn't able to get into the vicinity. Now he's stuck. 4 members is on him, looking for an escape route. Doesn't find it. That's a kill for BTR. They get the turtle, they get the kill. BTR equalizing.
Man. Dewa got the turtle. They are down by 300 gold. BTR got the turtle. They are up 2K.
Wow. This is crazy mobility right here. And Dewa United, they're behind. Nile even claims the purple buff.
Dude, I am genuinely impressed by what they are showing right now. They go up top as well. The Brody's already taken a turret. Again, though, I will have to say this is a bad Brody game. Like, on paper, if you see a Beleric, Alice, and a Eudora,
it's a tough one.
What happened in the early game or in that mid lane was exactly what you would expect a Brody to suffer. But he's still up 300 or 400 gold, rather, and he's out of the lane already, which means it's a great Brody game so far. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like for Dewa United, though, there were bigger fishes to fry at that point. Like, I don't think Eman was the right target, even though he is up by a bajillion gold. He is not carrying any bounty, and there is a turtle to fight. And you have a better turtle advantage in terms of composition, so I think it's better for them to fight that instead of just going for Eman.
And look at this tempo that they have now, this fast clear. Shogun's just cutting under tier 2. Disgusting, man. How do you go from losing neutral objective, getting killed. You're Nolan dead to 1 neutral objective, and all of a sudden 3,000 gold lead.
Everything's okay for Shogun. Yeah, when you're winning in a position like this, then the vengeance will hold a lot more value from now on.
Yeah.
Because like it or not, Octa has to, maybe not burst Shogun, has to get through Shogun.
This is crazy. And now let's see how they play Turtle. I think it might be free.
Yeah, I don't think they can contest.
Wow.
3K behind, 7 minutes in. Definitely not ideal.
It's down. It's gone.
Uh-oh, here comes the retribution. Rather Drya doesn't connect.
Dude.
That's gonna be a taunt. That's gonna be the arrow. Not almost landing. Golden Hour locks 1. Itoshi Kesu not able to escape. Here comes a torn apart memory to take the kill. Now it's a 5v4 and they will engage Octa under the turret even. Now takes a couple of turret shots. Ken making a play. Finding compensation there. Locking Nile down who went a little bit too deep. That's the turret in the mid lane, looking vulnerable, and BTR, they will take the trade. Nile for that turret.
They managed to get Nile, but at what cost? BTR.
Oh, the orange!
Only, there's no way.
Oh my goodness.
What is that, Finn? That is disgusting. And by the way, I swear to God, throughout that whole debacle, Shogun, I didn't see his HP bar moved.
No. No, I did not. I had the same experience. We went through the same thing, man. I did put my eyes on Shogun thinking maybe he would lose a bit of HP, but no. Bro was spotless coming out of that fight. Almost 1,000 gold lead between the XP laners. Nile dying, but again, at what cost? A turret in the mid lane, a Sky Piercer stack for Iman as well. These quote-unquote throws that would be, you know, reason to call him Bigachoke back in the day, now are helping them get more of a lead. That was a 4,000 gold lead, and it also helps that there is no bounty on the hands of any of the Bigatron members. So even if some of these carries die, they're all good. Now still 1.3k ahead. Eman is 1.3k ahead as well. Now Shogun.
Whoa.
Oh.
You do not do that by as a Uranus, by the way. You do not second skill forward when all of your enemies has the resources. But
sure about
he has the ability to do so. He can do that because he's up by a lot of gold. BTR is dominating right now.
He's that confident. He knows the power of this Uranus. And we are about to enter Lord timing, folks.
Actually so good. What the heck?
That's crazy. 5,000 gold lead already in hand.
Well, the only thing that can stop them is their old DNA. But
The Bigachoke.
I feel like that DNA is no longer there. Hopefully it's still there, though.
Yeah, we can hope all you want. That's what ONIC was hoping. Kane. They're trying to brute force this. Oh, Iman.
All alone, Kesu. Rather Dry to mobilize with the kin. That's going to be the back line now.
Wow.
Exposed, but maybe actually caught in the process. And this is Bigatron's playground. Take a look at Shogun now, just around his own members as one by one members of Dewa United is dismantled.
APHRO! Dude, I know that BTR is playing it greatly, but Dewa United, that was so bad. That was the most disconnected fight I've ever seen this game, at least.
I agree.
And it's because they're desperate. When Itoshi Kesu went for the Wrath of the Giant Flicker, he thought he was going to land it. Eman flickered out of it like it was nothing. And that's what caused everybody to scatter. Moreno now in a 1v1. This is a no damage Irara. That should have killed, but it didn't.
What do you do at this point? It's
7,000
damage
gold
control
lead.
all over again, but the difference is, compared to Navi earlier, they don't have that Novaria. And this Eudora is doing nothing. And by the way, the Shogun Vengeance against the Claude was amazing as well.
Yup. He killed the Claude, like literally just by standing there. APHRO.
Landing towards the roamer. Itoshi Kesu will fall back. No flicker on him on this defense. And this just allows BTR to take more space. Wow.
I'm genuinely just impressed by their level of play. APHRO doesn't land. They're just sieging this as well, and they're taking the holy shields apart. They're trying to at least Shogun pushing in the bottom lane. They have another wave to push in, so they're trying to get one holy shield, and they'll have another wave to play through. This is immaculate wave control, and the holy shield baited.
Golden hour as well. That's going to be the stun towards... Oh, no. No, the damage doesn't land. Top lane will be taken down here, folks. That's going to be Iman taking the roamer down. That's maybe popping the Blazing duets here. Uh-oh, in a little bit too deep perhaps. Kane taken down. BTR, structure-wise, they are unstoppable. They can end very soon as maybe and Ken is the left man standing.
Fortunately for Dewa United though, there's no more minion. Or at least you gotta wait for a second. Can they do it right now?
They're gonna end the game.
They're gonna end the game. Now it's a 5v2. Looking for the clear mid and top exposed. Ladies and gentlemen, Bigatron, they look to further. They want to end game 1 here, and they will get it.
Yep. Yep. That's a game of MPL, ladies and gentlemen. There were no chance. There's no angle in early game. The first total, at least. They were able to get one for themselves, but ever since that, it's just L after L after L. Hell, even the first total, they were down in gold because M1 is winning in the gold lane.
The gap was real, and it wasn't just in one lane, it was in all lanes, dude. I am so